Hello everybody, welcome to your live watch along of England versus Germany in the Euro 2022 Women's Euro final. Come on England, let's go and get the win, and let's be the second English team to win something since 1966. Let's go and get the win, boys, or gals.
The finale of a record-breaking tournament ends here. England versus Germany at Wembley Stadium. It's almost as if they had this date with each other from the beginning. The final of Euro 2022 will commence after the national anthems.
Hope England win, but I think you gotta think positively on this one. You gotta think England can do it. You gotta think. This is emotional. Come on, England, let's do this. Let's get the win. We gotta go for it. Gotta do what we can do. I'm nervous, man. If we play the way we do, if we play the way that we have the whole tournament, we will do it. If we play with passion, we play on the front foot, we can do it. You just got to be honest, you got to be going for it, and honestly, I'm proud of them. Whatever happens. And hopefully it's a win. Hopefully it's a win, and we win a trophy for the first time since 1966.
A tournament that has smashed attendance records for European Championships will break another today. The biggest crowd in the Euros final, male or female. One that has stood since 1964.
The one thing I will say is Pop, I think, is on the bench. I don't know what's happened, but Pop was scheduling to start.
For the first time in Euros history, Serena Bieber names the same starting lineup in every single game.
So I will give you the lineups here, folks. The lineups is something. We got Ertz in goal. We got Bronze, Daly, Walsh, Bright, Mead, Williamson, White, Stanway, and Kirby. That should start in the lineup to play Germany today. Look at that. Alexander Pop should be starting. I don't know what has happened, but we just have to wait and see. It turned out it's not in the starting lineup. We'll find out in due course, folks.
Their away strip today, dark green. The refereeing team today, led by Katerina Monzo from Ukraine. A remarkable story. Led her native Kharkiv for Italy earlier this year, where she continued her refereeing career in the Italian league. Partially experienced, as you'd expect. Her fourth European Championship, she's also refed at 3 World Cups, including the 2015 final between the USA
Come on, England! Win, 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 win.
Germany have made one enforced change late on, with top scorer Alexandra Pop withdrawing after being injured in the warm-up. Leah Schiller,
Alexandra Pop has had to withdraw due to injury. Oh, so we might actually have a chance. Now, looks have been on our side. This is the lot you need.
Exceptional in midfield for Germany. She's key to their defensive stability.
Come on, England.
England contesting their first Euros final since 2009. Germany, their ninth. They've never lost at this stage of the championships. The Germans have history on their side, but England have created plenty of their own over the last month. Once again, the ball is delivered in the appropriate fashion for a big game.
Come on, England.
Atmosphere palpable here at the National Stadium. Visceral, physical. A fly past.
Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
To get things underway here at Wembley Stadium.
Here we go, the final of Women's Euro 2022, England versus Germany, let's go.
England to contest another major trophy against the same opponents in 2009. Things have changed a little bit though, Rachel.
Indeed they have. The professional league, the professionalism is why the product is here on show today. Two of the world's best teams, arguably, here in this European Championships final.
Millie Bright. Sends it forward to Mead. Big blow to the Germans though. Alex Pop scored every single game in which she's played in this Euros. The first European Championship she'd been able to play, and having missed the previous two with injury, and she's been dealt another devastating card, missing out on the final with an injury in the warm-up. A good England start. Here's Kirby. Rachel Daly. Kirby goes down, wants the decision, doesn't get it. Here's Lena Oberdorf. Now Hoot. You can hear what the England fans think of that decision. Hoot. Really is best by Hemp. She is now. Kirby onto Hemp. White making her way forward. Hemp challenged well by Hendrick.
Come on, England.
Well, this referee isn't giving much.
Guys, put your question in, like, sub and subscribe if you are new to the channel.
Nothing more than that. Oberdorf setting her stall out is exactly.
But just to let you guys know, Pop isn't on the bench, isn't in the starting lineup. She had to pull out at late notice due to injury.
To consecutive European Championships after winning it with her native Netherlands in 2017. And has she instilled some belief in this England team?
But it's visible on and off the pitch, isn't it? That sense of belief, of
Come on, England.
togetherness, everything that you would want working within a team sport.
Don't give them too much space. Well done.
Can't quite keep it in.
Muscle problem is why Pop isn't starting that. So
how
let's
Germany
go and take
started
advantage of
games.
why
They
that
always thought
isn't
we were gonna
working.
Need to ride out
So it gives us more.
5 minutes of a bit
You
of
might
an
be thinking that
onslaught
gives us
from
more of
the
a chance
Germans.
that we could win this. Just gotta keep going.
Michael Schuller.
Good challenge.
Robust challenge from Millie Bright, but a fair one. I think we can see what to expect from this referee already.
Go on, Kirby.
Looking at clever run. It's Emma White!
Oh!
Early chance. Can't get it past Merle Brooms.
Oh, that was good play. Unlucky.
And we saw Frank Kirby do this exact run in the semi-finals against Sweden at her best game in that one, and was a defining figure in that Swedish result. Emphatic
Come on,
result.
England.
And she looks in a similar mood at Wembley today, Frank Kirby.
Svenja Hoot. And one of three of this German squad who won the last Euros in 2013 for the Germans.
Great ball in from Frank Kirby. A little kind of bit too deep for Ellen White. She want to remain within the frame of the goal. But good positive start. Shot on target for Ellen White.
Well done.
I'm sure it was mentioned over and over again by the squad and the backroom staff. They cannot afford a slow start, as they have done in quite a few games during this tournament, England, particularly in that Sweden one. This is a opponent a notch above. Daly allowed to stride forward. Oberdorf went to ground. Throw-in is the decision.
Thought that was a foul from Oberdorf. Really clever play from Rach Daly. Just cuts the ball, and albeit Oberdorf is on the ground, she's committed, and that is the reason why Rach Daly falls over her. So certainly see the referee, as they have done in all of these
vote in the polls when they come on into the chat votes.
Not lenient, but lent towards a high contact game.
Come on, England.
Confident beginning to this game from England. Ellen White closed down by two green shirts. Lenya Hu
Come on, well done.
forced into an error. First corner of the game.
Well, what do you want when you've got a full Wembley? Is you want to get them, the home team, on your side, and that's exactly what we've got. Everyone on their feet.
Beth Mead, 6 goals, 5 assists as well. That's what she could do from this corner kick. Well defended by Germany. It's going to be retrieved by Stanway. Lovely drop of the shoulder. Support from Bronze. Fires in the cross.
Oh!
Oh, and the goalkeeper.
Oh!
Well, Ellen White was right up her nose there. Took a chance.
Hey, England's record goal scorers, they ain't always pretty. They follow her in. She's got that striker's instinct. This is a European Championship final. Of course Ellen White is going to leave her mark on Milfromes. No need to react from the goalkeeper, but that's exactly what Ellen White is about.
Come on, England.
Milfromes has been excellent in this tournament. The agility that she's shown, right and left foot.
Here come the Germans. Good opportunity here, but Lucy Bronze tracking back, denying the space.
Good support from Mary Earps there. Got her angles perfectly well. Perfectly right. Good decision just to clear the lines. In big arenas like this, in front of huge crowds, you could feel the pressure. As a goalkeeper, you want to avoid, you want to be risk averse in this opening 5-10 minutes.
Took a ball down the line for Eula Brand. Not too much on that. 19 years old. Starting a final already. And there is the German coach Martina Voss-Tecklenburg, who had become the second person to win the European Championships as a player and a coach after her former teammate Sylvia Neid. 4 times she won it as a player.
And the production line of German talent does not stop.
Hendrick makes the clearance. Kirby tries to bring it down to be picked up by White. You see what she was trying to do there. Didn't get quite enough purchase on the ball.
Yeah, Lauren Humber just switched out with Beth Mead on that right hand side and making that run inside. Just didn't have enough on it. But positive start from England. You said in the semi-final against Sweden were rattled at the crossbar.
Brilliant pass from Kira Walsh. Flag stays down for now. Mead to the byline. Is there a pullback? Beth Mead just crowded out. The flag's gone up anyway. Promising from England.
Yeah, and it came from that switch of position from Beth Mead coming on this left-hand side, going from the outside to in-run. Whether she would have been adjudged to have been offside. In fact, I think that is what has been given now. But Maisie run. Beth Mead was seen. She came off quite early in the last game. She's back for business.
confidence oozing through her veins. I've been watching with interest in the Brown Cow pub in Hinderwell, North Yorkshire, and I believe 3 shots if she scores. So it could be a good night in that part of North Yorkshire.
It's fabulous, isn't it, how the whole country has got behind this tournament.
Brits! Lucy Bronze, heroic block, and the flag's gone up now. Oh, David's had a lot of time to pick that shot.
Wow, that was great positioning from Lucy Bronze. You can see Mary Opes is set, ready for the shot. Oh, would she have saved it? I'm not sure. That was rising into that top corner. Fabulous understanding of what was needed, her positioning in relation to Mary.
Come on,
Opes,
England.
caught
Get a
the
goal. Let's
goal
get
post.
started.
Really good, just inside of that far post, as it were. What a game-changing block that could be so early on.
I think we're expecting a tight game, and those marginal pieces of play could prove all the difference. Julia Gwynn can't keep it in. Another really promising youngster in the Germany ranks.
Back in a minute, folks.
Became the youngest player at the World Cup in 2019. There is Alexandra Popp.
Yeah, she looks visibly upset.
Understandably.
I can't imagine that she's in a position to be able to come on, though. That infers that the injury keeps her out for this final game.
White holds it up, finds Daly. The hopeful ball in, easily cleared by Hegering. One by Stanway. Williamson there, out of Schuller. And here's Debritz. Just made the switch from PSG to Lyon. Champions League winners. Here's Kira Walsh, allowed to pick her head up, and that is dangerous. Could be some space here for Hoot.
Oberdorf's been phenomenal in restricting Frank Kirby getting on the ball.
Definitely a contender for Young Player of the Tournament. Lena Oberdorf, 20 years old. Has made more tackles than anyone else during this tournament. It's been said that she's wise beyond her years on the pitch, but not so much off it, and they didn't proffer any more information on that. Schuller. Debritz. Allowed to advance. Goes for goal. And Earps seemed confident.
Yeah, don't want England players backing off and giving any player in a German shirt any form of space to be able to license to pull the trigger such as that.
Guys, put your question in the chat, like, subscribe if you are new to the channel.
Countered, denying Germany opportunities in the opening 10 minutes, but little lapses of concentration that kind of winners, perennial winners of this tournament, of World Cups, of Olympics, could punish you for.
Good win from Oberdorf. Walsh can't control. Here's Hoot, loves a run. A tricky winger. Past Daly. Oh, Daly.
What?
Looked like she got past her, stuck out her foot. Corner kick.
Yeah, natural right footer Rach Daly often steps through to make that block with the right foot, make the tackle with the right foot. Shepherd's a player excellently. In the pre-match build-up, we were talking about how dangerous Germany could be on set pieces. Not having Alex Popp certainly will be an advantage for England, but Germany are still very dangerous on set pieces.
So it's going to come from the left boot of the left back, Felicitas Ralph.
Get out.
Low delivery.
Well done.
Lucy Bronze is there, and now
Just break.
can have a run at this German defence. Back though in numbers. Magul having a
Oh, lucky.
Hendrick though denying her the opportunity to advance any further. Hoot forward to Brand. And Williamson clearing up again. She's made more recoveries than anyone else without making a single tackle during this tournament, Leah Williamson. It's been described as Maldini-esque. I think we can now say Williamson-esque.
She just play with, she barely goes to ground. There's no last ditch anything. She's very, very clever in her positioning. And with that duo.
That's a ball. Unlucky.
Of Millie Bright alongside her. She let her get tighter, let her go in and do the dirty defending, as it were, win those headers, be that first header of the ball, performing excellent together. Great play from Lauren Hemp here on the counter attack. Svenja Huth and Magul, who get back and do the defensive elements excellently well. I thought that's actually a foul as a pull back on the shorts.
Julia Gwynn. To Magul, straight to Williamson. Stanway closed down. Should be a foul.
That's a foul.
But one of them was, and eventually the referee has.
England are playing very well. Just got to keep passing the ball around. You've got to see what's going left way, right way. Just don't let Germany have a sniff. Eventually, I think we'll score. We are bossing the game. It's going to take a matter of time before we score.
Into overcommitting, getting a nibble, making the most of them, ensure that the referee knows, because Obadokot was booked in the last game. That's her game, is roughing players up. And if you can use that type of over-aggression to your advantage as an England player, you're flagging it to the ref.
3 yellow cards this tournament. She picked up 2 in the first 2, so was suspended for their final group game, but that didn't matter as they'd already advanced. But yes, another yellow card, as you mentioned, their semi-final against France. Mead sends the free kick in.
Well, okay.
A bit too much on that.
And excellent tracking on Millie Bright by Leah Schuller. Can clear direct replacement for Pop. I thought that would be the match of both defensively and on attacking set pieces for Germany. It would be a Millie Bright, Alexander Pop contest.
We've got 2 of the best teams in the final. I think 2 of the best coaches as well that week.
2 born winners.
And since the group stages were introduced in 1997, this trend will continue. Every single European Championships have been won by a team coached by a woman.
Serena Wiegmann is in her position because she is arguably one of the best coaches in the world.
Might try to advance.
No, that's a foul.
Trip, is it? Yes, eventually it is given.
Well done, ref. Took a bit.
Taking a tumble.
And if you needed to know how loud it was in here, Beth Mead couldn't hear the whistle. I believe it was the assistant who helped out the referee in giving that. The referee probably thought that there was not a lot of contact, but enough contact for Beth Mead to go down. And this is a chance for England. Millie Bright, without being shepherded by Alex Pop, will not give her that bit of space that she needs.
Wembley rises in anticipation.
Come on, England.
Hemp swings it in.
Oh, unlucky.
The bar it goes. It's going to be a corner.
It's a beautiful strike in. See where it lands. Right on the edge of the 6. A little curve on it. A good header away from Hendrick. You can see the crowd now are on their feet.
Another Beth Mead delivery, this one. It's deep. Bronze to Stanway.
Oh!
The pressure. On the corner.
Rose did excellently well there. As that was looping in, I knew that Ellen White would be all over her. Producer Bronze did really well to recycle it to Georgia Stanway. And Fromes kept her right. He had a little word, a little nibble at Ellen White on the floor.
Mead once again. Bronze!
Oh!
On target.
England are dominating this game, but just can't seem to get a goal.
Position in that semi-final.
She did, and she was a target at the back post a couple of times. It's drifted out to that back post. The deep cross. Millie Bright, Lucy Bronze. Just couldn't quite get the pace or angle on it, Lucy Bronze.
England have settled into this one nicely.
Come on, England.
Brings it back. Can't find Ellen White.
Corner again, come on.
Puts it out of play. Good pressure from England, led by Ellen White.
And that's why she continues to start for England, because she pegs back, she hustles, she riles the centre halves that she plays up again. Already seen the impact she's had on Mel Fromes. What that does, a goalkeeper's thinking about the next argument she's going to have with the centre forward rather than dealing with a cross, dealing with a through ball.
Another corner, delivered by Mead. Again, it's towards Bronze, who wins it again. Can't direct it into the danger area.
Okay, yeah.
Good spell from England. They must capitalise. Germany will get themselves back into it and have a period of dominance themselves.
It's great to see England starting this way, though. We said in a couple of games they've had that little lapse. Concentration. Sweden didn't make it count, didn't punish them, should have done.
Wright wins the header and finds Hemp.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Another play by Heggering.
Oberdorf has done well to keep Frank Kirby quiet, but she's looking around, always scanning Frank
Just
Kirby.
keep playing the way we are. And you know.
Just see who come back and get goal side of Frank Kirby.
There is Hemp. Ball shot to Daly. Good defensive work from Heggering once again. So England have won just 2 of their previous 27 meetings with Germany. The Arnold Clark Cup, the last time these two met. 3-1 win against a much changed Germany side. And the most significant one, of course, 2015 third place playoff, which our very own Farrah Williams scored the winner to take the bronze medal in Canada.
Until 2015, it had been the odd draw and a whole load of losses. It's a very different England team today.
Come on, England. Keep pressing.
White is causing all sorts of problems. Frooms managed to make a rushed clearance. Here's Walsh onto Stanway. Touch just let her down, or she did well to win it back.
What?
Others committed a foul according to the referee. Has been given a yellow card for that.
Well, I don't see how that's a yellow card.
I'm shocked at that. With the contact that the referee has let go, this contest in midfield has been excellent between Oberdorf. This time it's a little nick on Sarah Dubritz. I believe the referee must have insinuated it was a cynical tackle, that a counter-attack was imminent. I don't think that was the nature of it whatsoever.
A yellow card for Stanway. Defensive intervention from Daly. White holds on to it brilliantly.
What?
Another free kick given against England.
Oh.
Great work from Ellen White there. I thought she did fantastically well to keep the ball. And another yellow card. This time, I believe, for Ellen White. Now, if that's for dissent, I agree with that, because we've not tolerated that all tournament, and rightly so. But Serena Wiegman is up off of her bench. Her team cannot afford to lose any form of discipline.
Not a popular decision at Wembley. Here's Ralph. It's won by Schiller, cleared by Ellen White.
One that Ellen White needs to let go. Use that energy further up the pitch. Keep hunting down those defenders. Even the wisest old owls lose their head now and then.
New play from Germany, broken up. Oberdorf keeps it going. Nice play, crossing opportunity here. Put behind by Bright.
As it has been throughout the whole tournament.
Come on, England, this is just... Sorry if I'm not talking, it's just it's a bit stressful.
And a combination of
It is just stress, this is.
Steer it wide of Mary Earps' goal. But this has been a little dip in concentration for England. Made a couple of errors, rash decisions. They've got to settle themselves and defend this.
Michael on his flicked in, off the goal line. What a scramble!
What a save!
Grabs. Somehow England survive.
Wow. Good 10 seconds of holding my breath there. Great little knock from George Stanway at the near post. It flicks on and then it's chaos. And between defensive efforts of Leah Williamson and Rachel Daly. Leah Williamson, I think it was, off the line before it's scrambled by Mary Earps.
Earps has been flawless this tournament. There's no other word for it.
It's rare in international football you'll get a flawless game, let alone a flawless tournament, so we can see it from a different angle. Oh, just on the line. Leah Williamson does brilliantly. Mary Earps alert. She's telling her team, all right, let's get back to a Serena style.
Now play has stopped because VAR is checking a potential penalty for a handball.
Nah.
During that melee. I mean, it was pinballing around.
We've seen several versions of that replay and I haven't seen anything.
Check over. And everyone can breathe again.
Everyone can breathe, it's out of relief.
And you cut the nervous tension with a knife. Free kick given. England fans want a booking. Definitely a foul on Stanway.
Yeah, just bundled through her, didn't she, De Brits? Gorgeous little chap on the shoulder, didn't she, Georgia Stanway? Not really too much in it. Certainly not a yellow card, but it's been a heated affair between those two so far.
Another set-piece opportunity. Germany have dealt with these very well so far. And once again, goalkeeper's
Go on.
down. Gets the punch in. Minnie Bright keeps it going. And then Lucy Bronze back in.
Handball!
Oh, comes for a handball.
Handball! That looked like handball!
Will be looked at by the video assistant referee in the meantime. And then try and come again. And Germany will try and break. Lucy Bronze stopping Svenja Hoot.
She's looking now to see if it's handball. Ram doesn't move away from her side. Penalty won't be given. Yeah, just hits her on the top of the shirt, so no penalty at all.
Keep going.
Strong challengers coming in. We expected that.
I was going to say, opening game, final game, the tension that there is, the prize at the end of it all. There's going to be needle vying to be the best team in Europe. There's history between these two. England have always been the underdogs.
Great play. Stanway taking advantage of some hesitant play from Germany. She wasn't going to wait for that one to drop.
In 2009, when we played in that final against Germany, we had limited belief in our ability to beat Germany on that day. And the beauty of how England have played this tournament, there's no doubt in their self-confidence.
White, strong, decisive, keeps the ball. Bronze. Can't get past Debritz.
Come on, England.
The pressure
Come on,
though,
this
once
is
again from England.
nervous.
It's been a hectic opening half hour.
And White the target. Ralph
I just need to keep going.
makes
That's all
the
you need to
clearance.
do.
Bronze has time to control. Important to emphasise just how much confidence there is within this England team. Unbeaten under Serena Wiegman in 19 games. They've won 17 of them. Here's Lauren Hemp. His sharp turn.
Oh
Free
my
kick given
God.
against Hemp.
Great feet from Lauren Hemp, but also very well defended by Svenja, who gets back to double up on Lauren Hemp. Just gets her arms around a little bit and pull the shirt.
I see England feel a little hard done by some of the decisions, but Serena Wiegman will be the first to say, let it go. Picture of focus at all times. Here's Jule Brandt for Germany. Debritz.
Come on, just gotta
Three
keep
members
it.
of the
Just gotta keep it together.
23 don't play in the Frauen Bundesliga. They all know each other extremely well. All from the top three as well. Wolfsburg, Bayern Munich and Eintracht Frankfurt.
And that's always been the case with German teams. They've always played in Germany. Domestic leagues, very rare do you go abroad. Good from Beth Mead there, just feeling the contact behind her. Giving this team a little bit of breathing time.
Earps finds Beth Mead.
Come on, England.
White will put Frooms under pressure. Good one from Daly.
Yeah, White did exceptionally well there. Frooms only had one option, it was to come down this right hand side and to almost chip it rather than pick out a pass. Gave time for Rachel Daly to judge the flight of the ball.
Michael took a win. Hoot.
Often on those little wristbands of tape. Rachel Daly's just getting rid of it now and it's a bit sweaty, but you get a few keywords, a few buzzwords that the players write on there. Little inspirational quote. That's what you saw being discarded at that point.
And Germany aggressive in their pursuit of the ball. Magul, the back heel, but it's picked up by Stanway. Big through ball for Lauren.
That's
Hemp,
good.
Just too quick. Here's Ellen White.
Oh, put too much on the ball.
For the next pass.
Too much on the ball.
Didn't take it under her control properly. It's Magul. Scored 2 at this tournament already. Now Debritz. Nice foot in from Lily Bright, but still danger. Magul. Turn away. Georgia Stanway gets her foot in. Bronze gets more height on the clearance than distance.
We want distance, not height.
Well, it's a poor touch, but it runs, fortunately, for Svenja Hoot. Now Gwyn. Gets the cross in.
Well done, keeper. Well done.
Buffeted by Schuller.
Mariette does excellently well there. Remember playing in. There's nothing in that. No intent to injure Mary Earps at all. But coming and collecting a cross like that, plucking it off the head of a German centre forward. nothing better as a goalkeeper. Keeping hold of that, respecting the ball.
What a noise from Mary Earps, who's admitted at some points she felt her international career was over through a couple of indifferent performances and also other goalkeepers surging ahead of her in the pecking order. But I think following this tournament she has nailed down that #1 spot for some time now.
First manager internationally who's truly believed in her. And she's repaying her back.
Come on, we need to keep going.
White trying to force
Oh,
the
you
error.
lucky thing.
Hegering did exceptionally well there. Find her centre-back partner Hendrick. Partnership of Wolfsburg, Hegering and Hendrick. Schiller with the attempted back heel. She'll get another chance to get across into the box. Billy Bright there once again. Oh, Daly
That's a free kick.
goes
Well
down
done,
after
ref.
a challenge of Quinn.
My initial thought was that Rachel Daly had tried to clear the ball, missed it, yeah, and kicked the German player, Julia Gwynn. Should have been a foul to Germany, but maybe that's a little bit of justice for some calls that England feel hard done by.
Some slightly questionable decisions. Thankfully none that have resulted in anything serious. Here's Kira Walsh. Bronze with a bit of space. Brand will shut that down. Mead, Bronze.
Come
Now
on.
Stanley.
Just keep passing the ball along. Just keep doing what we're doing. And you never know, a goal could come our way anytime soon.
In midfield, he's doing a really good job on Georgia Stanway, not allowing her to get in as advanced a position as she would want to support Frank Kirby.
Williamson.
See what she was trying to do there, but just unlucky. Just unlucky.
Hoot. Daly not allowed, letting her allow to turn. Oberdorf over the top. Williamson tracks back. Plays a good pass back to Earps.
Well
There's no
played.
reason in the play from Leah Williamson. See, as soon as that
Well
ball was
played.
set back, she got on her bike, made sure there was not any space in behind. Really clever.
Williamson
Thank you very much for the free like time. We appreciate it, folks.
in April. A flick from Mead, tries to find Bronze.
They're playing out from the back. Germany are really tight on England, not allowing them possession of the ball. A bit like Spain did. England found it really difficult to play around them. So a one-touch pass like Beth Mead tried there is all that was on.
First half is flying by, still really none the wiser as to who looks more likely to win this final. Very even game. Half chances for both.
Come on.
Bronze winning another header. White.
Go on.
Sending Mead away, in behind, she's got options in the middle, pulls it back for White!
Oh!
What a chance!
Oh, it's a fantastic break from England. How they do it, the numbers they get forward, perfect pass through, really, really well threaded. And Beth Mead looks up, she's got a few options, picks out Ellen White, who just leans back and off balance, just stretching to make contact with it. Oh, best chance so far for England.
Couple of inches away, Frooms was not sure at all. Threw a hand at it in the hope that it was going to go over. Rauch onto Brand. Here's Kira Walsh. Finds Hemp, who'd moved into the space that Walsh had vacated.
Good composure at the back. Triangles. Little movement off the ball to support your teammate.
Bronze goes long, looking for Mead. Suspicion of offside, and the flag has gone up.
Just went a little bit too early there, Beth Mead. She's got the beating of that back line. Beth Mead. Rauch is an excellent, hard-working player, but get the timing of a run right, Beth Mead, and she'll absolutely burn her.
Come on, England, just keep passing the ball, keep going.
Oh, wow. It's dangerous. Mead down. Assistant referee over on the far side immediately waved her flag. Big cheer for a yellow card for Rauch. Third of the game.
We knew it was going to be a heated affair. It's late. Is this one from Rauch? There's no intention of getting the ball. She turns away, you can see. Just wanted to roughen up Beth Mead. Germany have always had physicality over England in years gone by. They might have the height over England on average on this pitch, but Serena Wiegmann's team are tough as they come.
It's going to take more than that to rough up Beth Mead. She gets that every game for Arsenal. Also remember, she was in a really bad car accident, then scored a hat-trick against Chelsea the next day. Hemp in towards White, who goes down. Bronze tries to keep it alive. Corner kick.
Hi, how are you
A
doing?
few half-hearted shouts for a penalty there.
When you get a hung head like that of Heggering, doesn't really look like anything unless it's that challenge that she is a little bit not sure of. Heggering doesn't make any contact with the ball.
Bronze looks like she's on a mission.
Well, we're on a mission.
There's a few players who didn't really celebrate after that semi-final.
Come on, England.
Little check, no penalty. Corner kick though. England ending the half well. Swung in. Defended by Gwyn. Kirby. Back to Hemp. Hemp can't control, but it's picked up by Williamson. Back in by Bronze.
Oh, lucky.
By Kirby.
Yeah, you could see exactly what Lucy Bronze was trying to do, and England to do that really well. They put the ball in pretty early. See here, little touch up, sees the runs at the back post of Rachel Daly.
Very well.
Beth Mead,
It's just nearly half time,
and
folks.
Frank
No
Kirby's
longer to
just
go to
a
half
little
time.
too deep, isn't it? For
Bow.
that. If she could have squared it back, Frank Kirby, Beth Mead.
Probably about 42
no
minutes,
space
but
over a
folks,
defender.
0-0.
I think if that was Millie Bright, may have got to that. Kirby caught late by Oberdorf. Another foul committed by the 20-year-old.
It was heavy-handed, that, wasn't it? See the elbow in the back. Just trying to get to the ball, but Frank Kirby gets it before her. More of that, please, England.
They look sharp. 2 minutes remaining of the first half.
Yeah, Serena Wiegmann overall will be pleased with England's performance. Those opening 5-10 minutes, Frank Kirby's finding pockets of space. Not seen that in this last 15-20.
Well, the throw-in's been given England's way. Lauren Hemp was quite surprised by that. She'd already made her way back. A bit of professional play from Julia Gwyn. White. Hemp. Mead gets there first, but Daybritz will bring it away. Brand clattered. That did look late. Well, Stanway's got to be careful. She is on a booking.
I mean, that for me is, if not more, as much of the booking that she received. It's clumsy, and on a yellow card you have to be careful. I wouldn't be surprised to see Serena Wiegman be forced into an earlier change than she would have normally made.
Come on, England.
Stanway's got to show her discipline if she wants to stay on the field. Whether she's taken off by Serena Wiegman or forced off by the referee.
Well, George Stanway's played for years beyond her age, but she has seen a few yellow cards in her career within the WSL.
A red card in the Manchester derby as well, but that was when she was deployed at right back, a position that did not suit her at all. No Manchester derby for her next season, no off to Bayern Munich. So, meeting a few colleagues today for the first time. Here's Gwyn.
Why?
Precision on the pass, not there for Germany.
1 minute of added on time in the first half. 1 minute.
Well, as we thought, both teams had spells in the opening few minutes where they both looked dangerous, but both teams throughout this tournament to this point have been excellent defensively. Both only conceded 1 goal, both free scoring. So it was never going to be a goal fest.
And also so much at stake. Germany competing for their 9th Euros. England their first and their 3rd final, their first since 2009. They lost 6-2 to Germany. Hendricks sends it forward. Brave from Williamson.
Yeah,
They look rattled.
excellent read in the play from Williamson. Yeah, they're not getting the ball down and playing it as composed as you would expect from a German team. Remember, this is a team though coming into this tournament and no one had any expectations.
An impressive, composed first half for England against the 8 times European champions.
Half-time vote. England at 0, Germany at 0.
So far, they have stood firm. England don't have anything to show for the first half, but well in this game against Germany. Half-time at Wembley. England 0, Germany 0.
A little bit fractious, a little bit tetchy, 3 yellow cards. It's almost as if there's a lot at stake out there, Ian.
Yeah, I think we're doing pretty well because I think Germany have come out, they're being pretty rough. I think Oberdorf very fortunate not to get booked. A couple of German players couldn't get booked. It's kind of like it's got us going a little bit. I felt for Ellen White because she was trying to tell the referee, listen, you know what I mean, what's going on here? But at the same time, we've had chances. We've done well. You know, we should have done better with the chances.
We talked about England's slow starts in some of the games in this tournament.
So go and vote in the poll, folks, at half-time. What do you guys think of England's first half performance? I'll be back in a few minutes.
In all kind of areas, not just one player. Every team was knowing that actually this England team has scored their most amount of goals from turnovers. So press them in the right areas. You're there, and like Ray said, we've had chances.
And that stopped Germany's flow as well, because they weren't able to press in the same way that we saw them against France.
Absolutely not. They've been playing past through Germany's pressure in good way, but I think this football match has been good. I think it's been a dynamic football match. I think there's been chances to both sides here. I'm very excited about this second half.
A lot of emotion out there, isn't there? And obviously we saw that boiling over a few times. Have a little look at that. But let's have a look at England's best chances, which fell to Ellen White.
Yeah. I suppose with Ellen, we know she's trying to stretch them. What I like is Kirby's movement here, because she's being kind of marked out of the game from Oberdorf. But this is where she finds space, and you can see Ellen's run here. And then straight away, Righty shouting, she needs to head it down. She either needs to head it down or back across.
I think she's got to go. Anything across, then even if the goalie makes the save, guys, then ref means there to tap something in, and that's so early in the game. That's the kind of chance that with everything what's happened with them losing pop, it really rattles them. That's the kind of chance you put it across, get a tap in, and then we go from there, get the crowd going. But unfortunately, she chose the wrong option there.
And then this one here,
Yeah.
came,
Well, she
first
does
one was
really
early in the
well.
game, this was just towards half
Yeah, she does really well. She's stretching a little bit, but the fact is that I don't think she needs to fall over there because the ball's coming to her at a good pace. What you need to do is you need to get to it and just get your body over it so you keep it low. I think that when you watch it, she shouldn't be stretching for this. This is the problem. When you watch it come across, look, it's got good pace on it. She's stretched to get it. So I'm thinking, again, that's the kind of chance where you want to get that on target. You know, she's letting it come across her right foot when she's right-footed, so she's then stretching the left foot. It's a good chance.
Once again, two other English players in really good positions. Both Kirby and Kemp takes themselves into the penalty area. If she gets that on target, you have two players that can go for the rebound as well. It's the same thing with the first header. Yes, she can head it back to Beth Mead, but if she heads it towards goal, towards the far post, she makes a save. Beth Mead will be there for the tap in for the rebound. So I think that position has been key for England.
These are the margins you have to think about, because as the game goes, like Rachel's rightly saying, they will get into it. They will get into it.
And they did get into it, and they got into obviously a very good scoring position that Mary Earps had to kind of clear up the real fumbly few moments in the box. Ultimately ended in a VAR decision.
It's a good save from Mary. This one here. That's
Mary Earps to the rescue once again, coming up big in those big moments when she's needed. Because that's the thing, and what we worry about is we've had the momentum, but it's just moments like this can absolutely change the game. And she's focused, she's concentrated. It's that first one, her first hand, that first save.
Really rode our luck on that one, I see it. We're really lucky, but
And then exactly saying, calm it down, calm it down. We've seen Leah Williamson doing the same as well to some of the players, just saying, just calm down a little bit here, because England's defence has been tested, hasn't it, Jonas?
Definitely, and we knew that before the game, but I think it has been really solid so far, because they have been going towards the ball in the situations. They are not reactive, they're not waiting for it. They find good positions, so then they can work towards the ball instead of coming back from the ball.
Yeah, what I like is that front foot defending, not giving these great German players time on the ball, because when you give anyone time on the ball, they can look great. So you need to get around them and rush their decision. That's great from Leah. What she's been doing well all tournament is reading the situation.
It's great stuff. And see Lucy was taking up a nice position as well.
It's sniffing out those dangers.
That's the thing, but you see Millie Brights there covering her. I think that we've got to stay in it like we're doing, keep pressure. We know what we've got off the bench. We know we've got off the bench, but I feel that time at Kira Walsh ain't kicked in yet. Once Kira Walsh kicks in, I feel that things are going to start happening.
There has been a little bit of inconsistency with the refereeing. I mean, it felt...
A load of inconsistency.
It felt for 20-25 minutes that Katarina Monzol of the Ukraine was definitely not going to give anything to a player in white.
Oh, it was like, for me, you know, okay, that wasn't so... But when you look at that one, how's that not a foul? She's impeding her to go past. She's going past her there. Same with this one. That's kind of like a cynical foul. She's going towards the box. Watch, look.
It's this
Look,
bit there.
how is that not a booking? Come on, ref.
And
The referee's been terrible.
And then the first person to get a booking was in a white shirt. It was Stanway.
Yeah, Stanway.
For that, fair enough.
Which is, well, yeah, but it's the same as the last one. You kind of expect to get booked for that maybe, but the fact is that we're worried now. We're kind of worried about Georgia Stanway now, because we know that she's that kind of player.
Look at Serena as well.
Yeah.
This is not Serena. This is livid Serena. She was absolutely fuming. Charges down and knows that Georgia Stanway could do that again.
But we know that
she's
off.
Yeah, and I think these are the details.
This is a Rauch yellow here.
Yeah, exactly. This is Felicitas Rauch.
Look at that.
Yellow, and if she would already have been on a booking, this could have been a sent off instead.
Do you know what the thing is though as well? Because England were in a great position. They were on the ball, they were closing down. They can't allow the German team to rattle them, because that is what they're trying to do with all these niggling tackles in and around them.
That's not meant to happen, Alex, because those fouls are supposed to be punished. They're not punishing them, so they're getting away with it.
And I agree with that, Ricey. That's the ref.
Until then, round towards the end of the
English
half.
heads,
Now,
they can't let them rattle them, because that's what they want.
Let's have a look at Stanway towards the end of the half there, and this arguably no worse than what she was before.
I think she's very fortunate here, because the referee's been very poor. We've got away with one there, because that, look, it's late. She's gone to ground.
I think this is a problem for Serena now in the second half, because Georgia Stanway, just like Lena Oberdorf and Felicitas Rauch, will be a player playing on thin ice all the time. It's a part of their game. If I would be the manager here, I wouldn't risk it for too many minutes. I would make a change instead.
10 minutes, you give her 10 minutes, 15 minutes, to be honest.
First, I would have a speech with her in the halftime room and see, is she there?
Yes.
Is she controlling in her emotions? That's really important to feel that out. But if you feel like she's not getting there the first 10 minutes, then I would sub her.
And Ella too, maybe?
Yeah, well, you know, Ella can come on and do some
And
stuff.
Ellen obviously is
Come on and
also
cook.
on a yellow at the moment as well. So it's that just makes your performance a little bit more nervy, Alex, doesn't it?
You can't think about being nervy, and that's why Jonas is right, because that's what I was saying about players being rattled and not getting drawn into that game, and that's where Georgia, maybe the young head on her, that's where what we're seeing. So you need to feel it out and see, and like Jonas said, make that decision.
Of course, just ahead of the match, having talked and eulogised about Alex Pop and what a fantastic player she is and her 6 goals, we had the news just coming into us as the teams were going out. She'd been pulled from the starting lineup. This was the footage we looked back at to find out what had gone on, and she seemed to be just uncomfortable. It was a muscular thing, and she walked off looking disappointed. The next thing, she scratched off the starting lineup. Leah Schuller is in the starting lineup, and she looks like she will play no part in this.
Devastating for her, for the way that the tournament's gone. You know, she's done brilliantly. She's had injuries, we know before. She's missed tournaments before, but the fact that she's got to this stage and then in the warm-up, so unlucky for her.
Has it made a difference, do you think, to the way Germany are playing compared to the Germany we saw the other night against France?
In terms of we're stopping their crosses, we're stopping that supply, and then you've got Schuller who likes to come in deeper and come in those pockets. In terms of what Leah and Millie's had to do, the threat with Pop is aerial and in behind, so I think Germany have tried to change their style.
Also from pure physiological perspective is that you have in the pressing game, the centre forward is the first player that would sprint into pressure. Leah Schiller was probably not completely warm because this was a late change. She's coming in, she probably had to get a couple of minutes just to get used to it. And I think that made a difference for the German start.
Okay, let's get the view, shall we, from pitch level where Joe is with Farah Williams and Josie Hanley of Germany.
Yes, well, these two have just been arguing about who should be happier after that first half. Well, look, Farah, we'll start with you. Going in at the break, all square, how happy are you? Because you weren't unhappy during that, were you?
I certainly wasn't unhappy. I think England have made it a really scrappy game. I think they've showed they can compete with the Germans. They've been really aggressive, which I've liked. Now they need to find some composure, find a way forward, get into the wide areas and beyond this German backline, and that's where I think we can cause some problems.
Josie, that big news before kick-off that Alexandra Pop wasn't going to start, that she's not fit. We know what she can do on the field, but mentally, how much of a blow would that have been to Germany?
I know it's quite of the it's part of the deal that you take that one player and you put the story around her, but it's not only her in her team, and I feel like everyone else tried to stick up, put a little bit of extra in there. So now we still have all the key duels. So especially on the sides, I agree with Farah that it's not an easy thing, and we have to look, for every single extra thing on every position. Yeah.
What do you want to see Germany do more or less of in the second half?
So England, they do a fantastic transition game, and this extra piece, we need that too. So like Alex said as well, so you need to be there in the moment and have the anticipation to go in front, and otherwise you give them possession. So they're fighting head against head, for the possession. So it's actually what we wanted to see. Not surprised, and that we still have to be there, focused in every little moment.
Farah, it's normally around the hour mark that England likes to bring on the likes of Russo, Toon and Kelly. Is this what this game needs at this point?
I think it will need the energy. I think they'll need to bring those substitutes on to keep that energy that the England team are playing with. The game will start to open up, and it will allow for the likes of Russo and Toon, when they do come on, to really impact this game. A stretch game might suit England a little bit better, so hopefully on the 60-minute, 70-minute mark, start worrying Josie.
No.
And just on substitutions, the fact that Stanway is on a yellow, she's been caught out once or twice, would you be thinking to swap her out early?
I would be, but she's so key to this team, and it's important that we have her in there because she is aggressive, and we do need that in our midfield. She's the player that gives you that bit of aggression, so it's important we can keep her on for as long as we can. She needs to be disciplined and stay concentrated now.
Well, look, Gabby, one of these two is going to be far happier than the other at the end of this game. Enjoy the second half, be nice to each other.
Plenty more from them at full time, and plenty more on the BBC in the coming weeks.
Whoever's behind this is watching everything we do.
They're hacking my interviews and changing my words.
They're as guilty of it as they are. Don't lie to me.
They are killing dissidents and attacking our national broadcast. These are acts of terror.
The Capture Series 2 coming soon to BBC One and iPlayer.
What's the point? Let's go. 10 hungry cooks, 1 life-changing prize.
This kitchen is chaos.
This is a story of great love, but it's not the one you think it is.
What more could you ask for?
That's where magic happens.
New this summer on BBC iPlayer.
A busy summer of sport continues on the BBC this evening. Swimming takes centre stage at the Commonwealth Games. The 100 gets underway on Wednesday on BBC Two. The Southern Brave against the Welsh Fire. And then on BBC Sounds, there'll be a fair amount to talk about, no doubt, on the Daily Heroes podcast. So we've just looked around, seen the subs warming up, giving you any clues as to what's going to happen in the second half in terms of when those key substitutions will be made?
No, I'll go with what you're honest. You give it another 10 minutes, maybe another 15 minutes, and then you see where you go. We know we've got LSU Russo to come on. We know we've got Elatoon to come on. Chloe Kelly can come on. We've got players that can come on and make a change. Serena's not just bringing people on; they're coming on to do a specific job, and we know we've got that capability.
It looks like when we saw Germany that 18 Tabea Basmut is preparing to come in, and she's a forward player, she's an aggressive pressing player. I think very well Martina Voss-Tecklenburg is disappointed with the way that Germany pressed in the first half and wants to change that.
I think that makes
Come on, England.
isn't it? Even though you've got Overdraw, man marking, Frank Kirby in there, it's opening up spaces for other players to then play. So actually I think if anyone changes, Germany will be changing into that midfield.
Coming out, Germany, followed by England for this second half. It's goalless. There is all to play for. 45 minutes time. One of these two could be calling themselves the champions of Europe. Will it be Germany? Will it be England? Let's join our commentary team again. Rachel Brown-Finnis and Robin Cowan.
Thank you, Gabby. Change at half-time for Germany. Change in attack. Müller Brand coming off and Tabea Basmut of Wolfsburg coming on. And with the late loss of Alexandra Popp in the warm-up, Martina Voss-Tecklenburg clearly not happy with the attacking threat they posed in that first half, trying to change things up. A little bit more experience in Tabea Basmut.
Yeah, she did a defensive role really well and doubling up on Beth Mead, but more so on Lauren Hunt. But didn't really offer certainly nothing in the stratosphere of what Alex Popp would have provided.
Very unusual story for Tabea Basmut. She didn't appear in any of the German youth teams. She made her debut as an international in 2020. At the age of 23. She scored 24 goals in all competitions last season, including 10 in the Champions League. Leona Sedoval will know all about her. She scored against Arsenal, Chelsea and Barcelona, and only Alexia Putellas scored more than her. As Germany
gets second half on the way. England 0, Germany 0.
So it will be interesting to see what difference Basmut makes.
Come on, England.
And how England respond to that early change for Germany. Good late run from Oberdorf.
Come on, England.
Bright's clearance. Germany starting the second half on the front foot.
Excellent early call from Mary Earps there. Cut out at the near post. But England have got to remember how they started in the first half. Front foot, took the game to Germany.
Oh, Mary Earps taking a chance and, well, intake of breath, but England dealt with that quite brilliantly. Earps goes long. Eggering makes the defensive header and then wins it back high up the pitch. Aggressive start from Germany. Here's Magul. Setting her options. And it's behind Basmut, but it's going to be picked up by Felicitas Rauch. Gets the cross in. Mary Earps.
Well done.
Plays confidently again.
She's just reminding her players of what their jobs are out of possession. Got to switch on.
You have to keep a mindset going.
Really well with the cross there. You want to try and stifle those balls into Mary Earps. I was about to say being risk averse until they had a little one-touch competition in their own 6-yard box.
This England team prides itself on taking risks. Error from Millie Bright, just bounces away from her, and Vasmut has a clear run at goal here. It's Vasmut straight at Earps.
Well saved.
Not the easiest of angles. Earps dealt with it.
Got positioning brilliantly, didn't she, Mary Earps there? Lack of communication between Millie Bright, Lucy Bronze, Millie stepping out, missing it. And Vasmut just burns away, didn't she, from Millie Bright. But good angles, good distance down your line for Mary Earps. Gave little of the goal for Vasmut to shoot at.
Thank you for finding you. Don't forget the like button, subscribe with the notification, get to post if you are new to the channel.
Second half for Germany.
I think what they did in the first half, they started to frustrate England, and they got a bit of a backlash with regards to England got 2 yellow cards. They want to get in England's faces from the outset. They want to frustrate them.
Kirby just lost the flight of the ball there. She's tracked back. Rush wins it back.
Interesting, never had this debate, but whether the referees get together at half-time, have a little mini debrief. We've got the very experienced Stephanie Frappart on the side as the 4th official. So do you think that a couple of the referees' decisions were erratic?
Here is Lena Muggle. Lovely play.
This is good play.
Walsh closed down quickly by 2 German players, including McGull. Here's Rauch. First time ball in, it's left. McGull!
Oh my.
What a chance. Big, big chance.
And Maggle will have expected to score this one.
Oh my.
Lovely build-up play, a little set round the corner, good little turn from Maggle. Just snatches really at a shot. She knows where the goal is, so she doesn't have to look up. Just gets goal side of Kira Walsh. And if England needed a warning sign, then that is it. They don't miss many, Germany.
Come on, England.
Germany needed that half-time, didn't they? More than England did. Looks like they've responded to their manager. Here is McGull. Germany looks strong going forward to Vasmut to head to the ball. Claims a corner. Goal kick.
This is where I think Serena Wiegman will either be orchestrating or, will be reaffirming roles in this, because Kira Walsh has not gotten the ball, Georgia Stanway's not gotten the ball, or she'll be considering a plan B. What next? Because if Kira Walsh isn't getting on the ball, it's not as easy for England to be able to open up. Frank Kirby has not had a touch this second half. Our creative players who can open up defences, play ball through units.
I was like, Russo is coming on. I see.
Looks like a change is imminent.
One that anyone who's been following this tournament will see coming. Alessia Russo getting ready. Stanway. Mead just about keeps that on. Rides the challenge. Hemp. Again, doubling up on her. She can't keep hold of the ball. Germany is upping the tempo now. Schuller.
It's a good battle down that right-hand side. Just a moment or two earlier, Rachel Daly off the ball. Nia Schuller trips her up, and I think that was a battle to watch. They've clearly been told, you know, go out and rough up England. They react. 2 players have been booked for England. See how many you can get booked. Good tactic.
Calm heads required. Oberdorf. Great run from her. Gets the cross in as well. Intercepted by Williamson. It's a good long clearance. Here's Svenja Hoot.
Really pinning England back at this moment. Let's see what Svenja Hoot thinks. That decision toward England. Throw in.
Germany starting to really hit their stride here.
Come on.
Daly with the clearance. Hoots with the touch. England will try and escape down the right. Bronze to Stanway. Ralph just got her foot in.
Nah, you got to be careful. You're on the yellow card.
Another free kick given away by Stanway. She's probably on her last warning. Already booked in the first half. Magul.
You can see the unstoppable duo warming up, ready to come on.
Might hear a blast of status quo. In the meantime, here come Germany. It's going to be a corner.
Well, it was certainly at the better of this opening 8 or 9 minutes of the German team.
Come on,
To
England.
finish where they left off in that first half.
That's what we need. England, let's go. Come on, England, let's go.
In front of the German support. It's towards Mary
Well
Earps.
saved.
Fantastic bit of goalkeeping. No problem whatsoever.
It's like she's magnetised to everything, Mary Earps. She comes up. Great covering as well, by the way, from Millie Bright. To not allow Schuller to have a clean leap at it. It's what you want as a goalkeeper. You want your defenders going up, blocking the attackers around you. Get a clean jump at it.
So like I say, you got to remember that we weren't at our best against Spain and still managed to came out with something, but you never know.
And the 2 on. Ellen White being withdrawn for Alessio Russo. 4 goals, all from the bench during this tournament. And those 2 combined on a regular basis for club and country. And just listen to that reception for Alessio Russo.
Different type of game for Alessia Russo and the team to come on here. The way that they're pairing is.
I don't see that as a foul. If you're going for the ball, you're going to show strength. That is strength and determination. You're not going to show strength and you're just going to fall on your backside while you're football.
2 Manchester United teammates, best friends. Incredible moment for those 2. A wasted free kick from Germany. Mary Earps sets Stanway away.
No, that is no need. That is definitely no need. That was cynical as cynical comes.
One to watch there.
Great little bit of player. Mary Earps recognises the gap, the opportunity to break the lines, and what a little cut inside, the timing of it. Perfect from Georgia Stanway. Knew that.
Just try and get some of the German players booked. It means that they can't play the ball. They can't do and try and make you
Two each.
get
Oh,
booked.
that's a great ball towards Schuller. Mary Earps gets there just in time, and she was caught as well. And the referee saw that.
Well, we've seen it all game.
Yeah, God.
Another yellow
You
card.
cannot kick the you cannot get the keeper. Man, you cannot get the keeper,
Seen it all
man.
game. Germany have left little bits on England. England have not been completely without call. But it's a brave goalkeeper from Mary Earps, gets the positioning right. There's no need for Schuller to flick out as she does. You see there, she purposely leaves her foot in on Mary Earps. And that for me, well, I don't think it was offside, but that rule of letting the ball play through, assistant, not flagging, doesn't do anything to protect the goalkeeper. But rightly, in this case, a yellow card for Schuller.
5 yellow cards shown today. Interesting that Serena Wiegman clearly trusts Georgia Stanway, took off Kirby and not Stanway, who's on a booking and has also committed quite a few fouls on top of that. A show of trust.
Yeah, which has been explicit throughout the tournament, the amount of trust that Serena Wiegman has in her team, as in this particular duo as well, to come on and change a game.
Germany, though, finding their rhythm. England are trying to disrupt it. Here is 2. Walsh.
That's a good ball.
He spots Bronze in a bit of space. Mead up ahead. Perhaps the ball favours Bronze. Plays in Mead.
Good challenge.
A late challenge on Heggering. Goal kick is the decision, but both players down here.
Look, from my initial reading of it, yeah, it was kind of a clash of knees, and it's the follow through, isn't it? Beth Mead, I don't think there's any intention. Look, she's gone for the ball. And Heggering, that's going to often lead to a dead leg. The knee of Heggering into Beth Mead. Just before that, Chloe Kelly had gone out down the sideline for England to warm up. Just wondering whether she will be required sooner than planned.
So the two teams will take some fluids on and get a bit of respite and some instructions from their respective coaches.
Looks like an impromptu massage from Lucy Bronze as well.
Lucy Bronze, perhaps career as a physio incoming. All hands on deck to make sure Beth Mead can continue. And what a crowd we have here at Wembley today.
Yeah, aside from that knee and the quad, Beth Mead looks like Beth Mead could be struggling with a little bit of cramp. In their 6th game and an unchanged starting 11 throughout the tournament so far.
The 13th edition of this tournament, and it's already doubled the attendance of the previous one 5 years ago, 2017 in the Netherlands. Chloe Kelly getting ready. Another player
Go on,
significant impact
go
off
on,
the
go on,
bench
go on, go on,
from these championships.
Just got to keep playing with an open mind and an open hail. But let's go.
2009, the 11 pretty much picked itself. That's not any.
Ah, keep the ball going.
Players on the bench, it was just one that there were superstars. We relied on 1 or 2 superstars.
That's a ball. That's a ball. Go on. Oh. 1-0. with it. Chip to keeper. Good with it. Half an hour away from glory. This is great. Oh. Come on. The substitutions have been working magnificently.
Absolutely incredible.
Oh, it's bedroom. Ooh. But it's not over to the fact that he sings, but at least that's a stepping stone.
I think the Duke enjoyed that one.
We were just talking of superstars.
Super. Not superstar, super sub. We've got a manager who knows how to do the super sub and managed to make her own. Come on.
Does she have the calmness in front of 90,000 at Wembley in the European Championship final?
Get in. Have that.
What composure to pull that off.
Put it off in the final. Put it off in the final. Yes, I'll say that. Pull it off in the final.
The vision, the execution. England lead. Job not done yet.
Come on, England.
Enjoy the moment, recompose, go again.
Recompose, do what you need to do. Keep the flames and all.
Challenged by McGall this time. There's Ella Toon at the end of one of them. Well, it's pretty clear and obvious.
Yeah, take your pick.
Just need to give it a physical game and you never know what can happen. Then there might be a couple of drinks tonight if it all goes well tonight, but I'm not guaranteeing that. There's still a big chunk of the game to go, folks.
You had a sneak preview, didn't you, yesterday?
Yeah, reversion with myself, Nira Santi, Farrah Williams, Faye White, Rachel Yankee, all on backing vocals.
Come on, England.
Good warm up for today. Bronze allowed to travel.
Oh, that's a ball.
Now help.
That goal has given England that release of life, is what I want to say, but I'm in a good mood.
Here's Kelly. Teasing. Good
Oh.
towards Russo. Heggering was there. Germany make the clearance. Germany
Oh, be
never
careful.
lost a final in European Championships. The most wins, the most goals scored. This is their tournament. And Ella Toon scored the decisive goal against Spain. Well, one of them.
One of them, you want to say one of them, you can't say much for granted because there's still a long way to go in this game, 25 minutes to go. England 1, Germany 0. I don't know if we'll be seeing that. Oh, he's at the bar.
And Labs get loose. That's a scare. That's a warning shot. England need to keep their concentration.
Yeah, and as that
So far, folks, England are doing the business. We're doing it.
the power that she gets.
Germany have hit the bar.
Receive back to Mary Earps. Just see whether she gets a touch on that. Mary Earps gets a little touch on that, the top hand. Steers it onto the post. Ready for the rebound. Again, such alert goalkeeping from Mary Earps.
That's been the major threat for Germany. Magall in the midfield.
We're just going to keep
Making those
going.
clever runs to not be in the front line as we suspected.
Yeah, she's done it from the first game right up till today, Magall. I mean, she's such a diminutive figure, but the power she gets. On those strikes.
I think Brooms came out. Toon really could only do one thing, couldn't she?
Yeah, it was, the goalkeeper comes out, it makes the attacker's decision. There was so much space though between throws, and Ella Toon onrushing on. She had a number of things that Toon could do.
Come on, England.
Here's Hemp scampering away.
Go on.
Heggering there.
Oh, still got it.
Hemp.
Yes.
Russo.
Oh.
That was Chloe Kelly coming in. Still not cleared. Daly.
Just keep pressurising the goal. And you never know what second will come. But we gotta be happy because we are winning. But I'm not too much taking a back seat on it because at the moment I want to keep it.
I'll say it again. As soon as they score, England, they just look.
Now England, now that they've scored, now look a lot more composed. Look a bit more like they're playing in the England that we are. Oh, this is the. I only know, but we just gotta keep going.
Here is Kelly, allowed to run. Chloe Kelly.
Oh, unlucky.
Straight to the keeper.
Good strike, Chloe Kelly. Just given enough space. Defenders backed off. Hates it when defenders turn their back. What can they do at that point?
We're literally not far off 20 minutes away from. I'm not going to say the word, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to say we're 20 minutes away. Because I'm not really going to get too hyped.
Still 22 minutes left.
I'm not going to get hyped over it.
Starts. Everyone inside Wembley just enjoying the ride.
Hi Bradley, hope you're enjoying the stream. Like, subscribe if you are new to the channel.
Finds Russo. Again, immediately closed down. And Daly's clearance.
Spectacular how much of a game changer that duo of Leslie Russo and Ella Toon coming on. Ella Toon today getting the goal. It's the problems that it poses for the defence for Oberdorf, who's been excellent in this game. When Ella Toon comes on, she's got a different player on her hands with Ella Toon than Frank Kirby.
Beautifully done by Walsh. Makes the game look so easy. Stanway won't quite get there. Higuain's clearance falls kindly for Anyomi, making good ground. Here's Svenja Hoot. It's the cross in. Lee Bright's there. Rouse goes down. Bronze gets her head to it.
Another poll for you guys down. So are you guys enjoying the stream? Let me know in the poll. I mean you guys are enjoying it.
2 towards Russo. Hendrick. Nagel can't take it under her spell.
Like I remember a year ago, I was nervous.
It's all a bit frenetic at the moment.
With England being 1-0 up, but the difference is with this game compared to a year on from the disappointment of the men's team, England went ahead within the first like 5 minutes, and that means the other team had a lead. What's the word?
From Russo.
At least most of the 90 to be able to get back in it. When the England women's team have now got 25 minutes to hang on, which is it's still on time, but it's considerably not long, like a full game width of what England gave Italy a chance to get back in it.
Be interesting if they bring off Oberdorf, who's on a yellow card, who's a more defensive midfielder. Gamble, put players forward. Will it leave more space for Ella Toon, Georgia Stanway to get on it?
They like having a bit of a sing-song to us English. Our English like having a bit of a sing-song, and that's what we do.
Germany pushing, probing. Debritz. McGall head down, deflected.
An uncomfortable period for England. For us watching.
It is uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable. It's like every bated breath you think something's gonna happen, but like I don't want to like jinx anything and be like.
Taken short. Hoot. McGall with a bit of space. Drifts it in. Millie Bright, imperious once again. And Daly gets her foot in, another corner.
Ah, there's a sensational header from Millie
19
Bright.
minutes to go, folks.
She's only about
19
10 feet tall,
minutes
she can jump off the
to
ground.
go.
Another 3 or 4. In all seriousness, notes throughout the tournament, she's been just unstoppable in that area.
From the first minute against Austria, here comes the corner. Oh, it's loose. Hegger in.
Get it cleared, get it cleared. Well done.
Bounce the ball. Favours England. Kelly gets the clearance. Poor ball from Hendrick.
There's a heart and mouth moment. Looked like Hegger at the back post. Had a clear opening. She got away from Chloe Kelly. Just couldn't get contact with it. Yeah, just can't really ground her feet and guide the ball towards goal.
So, Debritz off, Sydney Lohman on. Another very young player, not a lot of senior tournament experience, but 2 times a winner at the under-17s Euros, Sydney Lohman. Here's Kelly. Bright's clearance, only to Hoot. The easiest one for Vasmut, but Lohman will put Daly under pressure.
We just need to keep the pressure going.
Straight
We got
into the action, straight up with play, Lohman. Sloppy. Not words usually associate with Germany.
No, very, very sloppy. We've seen again here the ball through to Ella from Kira Walsh, who's had one opportunity on the ball, and what a splendid one.
Every single person inside Wembley here today, part of history. 87,192, a record for a European Championships final, men's or women's. At the moment, the vast majority inside here are enjoying.
So basically, it beat the men's of last year's
Still a way to go.
final. Go on.
Brilliant ball from Walsh.
Oh, took the extra touch.
Heggering was there to
Took
snap back into
the wrong
challenge.
extra touch. Just a bit unlucky there, but
Walsh again quietly
guys,
playing those pinpoint
hit the like
perfect
button, like,
passes.
sub and subscribe if you are new to the channel.
Open the best
Like,
teams up
sub
from the
and
midfield.
subscribe to the channel. I do a lot of these
Germany will try and do the
watch-alongs
same
on the
here.
channel.
Brilliantly timed challenge. The cross comes in, it's over Vasmut. Bright gets there first. And Yumi to Magul. Oh, Gwyn, bit of space. Across the face of goal. A vicious cross.
Wasn't fit. At first I thought it was a shot from Gwyn. I was thinking wrong option, but it wasn't. Mary Earps is gingerly getting to her feet. Looks like she's all right. Buying the team a bit of time. Oh, it's a great ball in, isn't it? Julia Gwyn whips it across, and just the outstretched foot of Sydney Lohman, who's just come on, couldn't make contact with the ball.
Oh, is it?
Leaves a bit
15 minutes to go,
the first
folks.
time on Mary Earps. But his goalkeeper's got plenty of scars and kick marks and lost teeth and stitch marks from. Would take any form of encounter like that if our team wins the game.
And that's just from you during this tournament. It's been a roller coaster, Rachel. It's been a pleasure.
Come on, England.
It's been full of smiles and
But
laughter and
I am at the moment keeping my
that's
mouth
exactly what the players have gone
shut
through.
because I don't want to say anything in case it jinxes anything, and I will always phrase it.
They're trying to thread it through for Hemp.
Well done.
Gwyn just about manages to scramble it away for a throw-in.
I was thinking the likes of Ella Toon and Alessia Russo, the game management is excellent, as it is across all of this team, and it's about managing this next,
boy.
what could be 15 minutes countdown to a historic moment. You look at both sets of players, they've had success and played on the top level 17s, 19s, 20s, World Cups, European Championships.
Kelly trying to keep the ball where England would like it, but free kick for Germany. Less than 15 minutes to go, and the clock's going to feel slower and slower as we keep looking at it. But the coolest woman in the stadium will always be Sarina Wiegman. The belief, the composure that she has imposed on this squad is immeasurable.
Yeah, they're an extension of herself, and how she conducts herself. We are privy to it during press conferences, in match situations. Her demeanour never really wavers.
Still work to do. Bright tracks it all the way.
Oh guys, put your question in the chat, like, sub and subscribe if you want to. Sorry if I don't talk a lot, it's just that the nerves are generally kicking in the closer and closer it gets to night. So I do apologise.
Ralph. Hoot. Little deflection.
Come on, England.
Bright. Oh, and it's hit towards goal. Leah Williamson was there. Vital block from Williamson. That was going in. Still Germany come. Ralph. Daly gets her head to it. England can't get it away. Well, they can now.
Well done.
Kelly's got her foot to it. And we'll
Just break, just break, just break, just break.
Goes down. Nothing doing from the referee. Hendrick did just enough.
That's precisely what Chloe Kelly's been brought on to do, though. Chase everything down.
It's an exquisite first touch from Lohman. Fired into her. Second and third weren't bad either. And she worked the opening. Here's Vasmut. Along the face of goal.
Oh, Germany have scored.
Equalizer for Germany. And no surprise, it's Lena Magul who strikes. She's been the most threatening. Well worked goal, 1-1.
Well, it's game on now, isn't it? And how typical is this of Germany? You can see England where on the back foot, soaking up a bit of pressure. Relieved initially by Chloe Kelly, but then turnover, ball stayed in play. Back to front too easily. Leah Williamson tracks the player, but plays him onside. Lovely touch. And then this is efficient. This is what is synonymous with the German team. The way that it's played in, love little balls to Basmuth, and this bit here. Near post run, one touch, finish. Alas, it's the substitutes this time for the Germans who made the difference.
Big impact from Lohman, and then Vasmut with the assist. England must regroup. Just the second goal they conceded this tournament.
And only the second that Germany conceded, so this is pretty much as you were.
Magul finding space between the lines. Hoot finds Magul again. She's been brilliant in this final. Confident on the ball, intelligent off it.
Germany got the momentum at the moment.
Bron steps in. Here's Walsh. Stanway finds Hemp.
Come on, England.
Russo in the middle. Well, a lot of green shirts before that. Hemp trying to find Russo. Frooms claims.
Yeah, simple claim for the goalkeeper in the end. Decent ball in from Lauren Hemp. And it was Heggering, I think, who marshalled Russo. You know what Russo's going to bring. She scored so many with her head. She'll be that focal point up top.
We're now entering the stage of the game where it needs to be managed. Because another goal between now and full time could be fatal. Logan. Allowed to stride forward. Space. Flag stays down for now. Again, it's a good ball across.
Well saved.
Under pressure from Williamson.
Williamson did excellently there. Very similar to last one that resulted in a goal. Just Basmuth, the ball was ultimately deflected by Lee Williamson, got tighter to her this time. Now surely this was a scenario that Serena Beam was planned for, the team were planned for, going into extra time potentially.
Bronze.
But right now England would take that.
Always disappointing when you're the ones who go ahead and then get pegged back, but need to show all that mental strength that they've had instilled into them.
Yeah, I don't think it's flustered England whatsoever. It was a consequence of Germany having possession, kind of wearing England down, and then just having that cutting edge to be able to get that goal.
It was a good goal, it had to be, to beat this England team. Bronze forced inside, all the way back to Mary Earps. Bright, finding Hemp. And now Stanway. Inviting Hemp forward. That'll be the goalkeepers.
Yeah, and 84th minute of the last of 6 games in the tournament is asking too much Lauren Hemp on that occasion. And play smart now, just pick and choose your chances. Look after the ball, reduce the amount of running, then you're fresh of when you do want to go. One chance, one goal.
Julia Gray. Handing the ball. Allowed to turn. This could be a chance, blocked by Stanway. The two just held on to that a tad too long. Yomi. She pulled back Chloe Kelly. Russo tries to hold it up. Kelly closed down quickly.
Come on, England.
Just put a pin in the atmosphere inside Wembley. That Germany equaliser.
Getting that opener as soon as Ella 2 came on seemed a bit too predictable for it to be the last drama of the match.
Kira Walsh pursued on the goal. Russo dropping deep.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Ball didn't match. Hendricks down. Felt she was caught.
Yeah, it was on the turn that Russo executed. And there's some sort of arm or contact certainly in the face. A really sharp turn, wasn't it, from Russo? Lovely technique. You can see there, she does catch her in the face.
I think there was any intent of Hendrick having to get some treatment here.
It wasn't using her arm as a weapon, just more in line with her body shape to be able to turn, counterbalance of that. And here we see again, goal. Lohman, give and go, gets across, and it's McGull who just makes that look so easy. She's done that time and time again. Pass out wide, spin, near post run, and unstoppable past Mary Earps.
Clever from Lena McGull.
And this provides the last opportunity of the 90 for either manager.
And a couple more changes for England coming. Alex Greenwood getting ready. And Jill Scott playing in her 10th major tournament.
The only remaining player from that 2009 final, Jill Scott. I feel there could be something written in the stars here.
I think that would go down very well. So perhaps either with the final push or with extra time in mind, either way, fresh legs on for England during the next break in play. Hendrick, how to travel forward. Daly, that's a good sliding challenge.
Come on, England.
And that's her last act. A very solid 87 minutes or so for Rachel Daly. Alex Greenwood coming on for her. Georgia Stanway has withdrawn on the yellow, but lasted nearly the full 90. And Jill Scott, who becomes the first English footballer to play in 2 international tournament finals. 35 years old, still capable of playing in the biggest games.
We've seen what Alex Greenwood can bring. She came on again, giving information out to the team of what Serena Wiegmann wants.
Bronze cushions the ball, but it pulls nicely for Oberdorf. Lohman's lost it. A great turn from Peggering. He wins the foul. She's had a tremendous game at the back.
He's been very assured. Didn't actually see what the foul was for. Didn't seem to be too much. But proud players, now proud managers, both of those two on the sidelines, spearheading women's football.
Toon asking a little bit too much of Kelly there. Challenged by Alex Greenwood. Goes long towards Russo. Isolated up there at the moment.
Oh.
Just prior to that out ball from Alex Greenwood is exactly why it's a good time for her to come on. England will need to have a go at playing the ball down the channels. Definite foul there on Kira Walsh. Naomi's been excellent since she's came on. I think she's made a difference to the German team.
Four minutes, folks. 4 minutes. 4 minutes by long time in the second half. 4 minutes.
On to Jill Scott. Again, Heggering there. Ahead of Russo. Williamson. Misplaced pass, an uncharacteristic one from Williamson. She gets back and intercepts. Scott. Hempen support. Scott's made her way forward. And so is Lucy Bronze, making the decoy run. Here's Walsh, urged to shoot. Hasn't scored for England yet, so I'm not sure she's going to take up that offer. Bronze, near the goalkeeper, gets a good punch away. Excellent cross. England want to get this done.
That's exactly what the message was with the 2 substitutions coming on. Get deliveries into the box. Jill Scott's in there now.
Kelly. Oberdorf nods away. Kelly will get another chance here.
Come on.
To Greenwood. Williamson into Russo. Good first
Oh,
touch.
that's a foul, ref.
Really good play from Russo.
A fantastically rehearsed run from Russo. She pulls off a little bit deeper, drags the defender with her. Ball fizzed in from Lee Williamson. You know the pace you're going to get from Lee Williamson for it to split through the thirds. Touch away, free kick, edge of the box. That was excellently well orchestrated. Good team movement to create this.
Could this be it? 2 minutes of stoppage time remaining. German goalkeeper Frooms has been commanding in her area. Real conference going on between Greenwood, Kelly and Lauren Hemp. See what England have up their sleeve here.
Stacked at the back. Wondering if there's something interesting going to happen here.
Kelly having a few words with
Yeah, that's what we want. Come on, England, but it looks like we might be going to extra time, folks.
Toon drifts it in, it's towards Bronze, threw herself at it. It's a really good header away. Well, Germany can pounce on the break. Space opening up here. Pass though, not the best. Hemp tracking back. Michael, lovely touch. Hemp penalised for the foul.
Threw herself at Lauren Hemp there. See where the foul was. She initiated contact with that. So you just... what? But clever play from a very, very clever, world-class player. Thinking of levels of athleticism required for these two teams, but you know, this is the product we're seeing now. We're seeing teams full of the world's best players, fully professional players. Arguably for the first time in a European final.
Final seconds, final chance. Michael sends it in. Hemp doing their defensive duty. Full time after 90 minutes. We go to extra time.
Full time,
here at
folks.
Wembley.
It's extra time, folks.
England took the lead thanks to a beautiful chip from Ella Toon. But just as England thought they were heading for the trophy in 90, they were pegged back by the brilliant Lena McGull. Still all square after 90 minutes at Wembley. England won, Germany won.
So near and yet so far. England taking that lead through Ella Toon, but Germany have never ever not scored in normal time in one of their 8 finals. They were never going to let England get away with it quite that simple, were they, Alex Scott?
Go now. No, I was going to say, well, the way they started, we were very surprised that they weren't pressing, obviously, with Pop not being there. But once they changed it around, especially the second half, they brought on, what's the lady you mentioned there as well, half-time. They brought her on, and then they started to press us, they started to get control of the game. And in the end, we looked a little bit ragged, and then they scored at a very good time for themselves. And you know, we just need to get it going again. We're actually looking a little bit tired.
I think the thing, what's happened now is that whole second half, the game has become far too stretched, and it's in favour of the Germans because they are finding those spaces. We can see the amount of turnovers. Yeah. What England need to do better now is just get on the ball and keep it, because at the moment they're winning it and giving it straight back to the Germans, and it's in their favour.
And I think you need to use a player like Alicia Russo as a target player, opposed to being a player that you play the ball deep to, because they're just playing the ball over the Germans. Defending line, it goes into running duels. That's not her strength. Play it to her body, let her hold up play, and from there on you can involve the midfielders.
And what you're talking about there, Alex, was kind of contrary to the good game management we've seen from England actually in other games, holding on to a lead, learning, you know, how to shut that other side out, and actually you could see that the mistakes were coming, weren't they, when they were getting more stretched, and Germany then appeared to have more energy. Whether they do or not, I don't know, but they just appeared to have a little bit more energy. Let's go back though to positive times. Ella Toon coming on 6 minutes later, putting England ahead in a European Championship final.
Well, it's like I said, you know, when you got some Kira Walsh with time on the ball, he's going to cause you a great run from Ella Toon. But this is the composure, this is the class, this is the quality she's got. that is world-class finishing. She didn't panic, she showed composure, and she just lifted it over. It was for someone who just come off the bench. It's absolutely fantastic. Look at her, look, totally in control of that situation.
We said it at half-time as well. England, even though, yes, sometimes they're dominant on the ball and in their play, actually the most goals in this tournament have come from turnovers. As soon as they've won it back, they've found Kira Walsh right in the space, and that's what Kira Walsh has been doing all season, finding players.
Six of England's 21 goals coming from the bench. Let's have a look at them before we get back on with Germany's equalizer. Bull is a class act, and a little...
This is what we saw against France. They're so good at pulling out the central defenders. Look here at Leah Williamson's positioning. She has to leave to go out for Vasmut, and then McGould becomes the free player inside.
We're talking about game management, actually, in the face of the turnover. I think there was a chance for Chloe Kelly to actually slow play down on the halfway line there, and you stop the attack higher up the pitch.
That's an excellent point.
What do you want to see from England now, Alex?
Get on the ball and have some composure. Yes, the occasion and everything. Remember your strengths, what you're good at. Pass the ball, keep possession.
Exactly right. We've got to get Kira Walsh on the ball more. We've got to get Lauren Head. We need Lauren Head. We need Chloe Kelly. We need somebody to make something happen. We need to commit players and get the ball in the box for Lesia.
Millions of fans all over the country will be gripped, no doubt, by this, and that includes those there in Trafalgar Square who are, like us, patiently waiting for extra time to see what kind of extra effort Serena Wiegmann's women have got. It is energy sapping the heat in here today. You can see ice packs being put onto the back of the necks of the players there. And Alex, these conditions don't lend themselves, do they, to you know, running after lost causes?
Yeah, but Jonas, like we were talking about, this is where you need to keep your head and show your composure.
Absolutely. Stick to the game plan and make the most of the occasion.
Okay, let's hand you back to Rachel Rapidus and Robin Cowan.
Thank you, Gabby. So another change for Germany. The goal scorer, Lena Magul, coming off. Linda Dahlmann coming on in her place. You mentioned the energy-sapping conditions. It might just be the case they needed someone fresh to cause England further problems. The referee, Katarina Monzel of the Ukraine, waiting to get the signal. Extra time. Here we
Extra
come.
time is on the way, folks. England 1, Germany 1.
European Championships that have gone to extra time. And these two have battled toe to toe. Still no clearer as to who will be lifting the trophy on the stage of the Wembley pitch in at least half an hour's time. Here is Russo. And Yomi clears up.
Come on, England.
Just think about where that goal came from, Rachel. Opened Germany up very easily, didn't they? And maybe don't have to be so incisive to get at them.
It's a difference in personnel. Alan Toon played a higher role. Leslie Russo dropped in and she went in behind. Maybe a combination of Frank Kirby and Ellen White. They didn't do that so much, so they weren't ready for it. That's been the effect of that. Bringing on the two, Leslie Russo and Ella Toon, so often together has had that effect. I wonder what Serena and her team have got planned for extra time. They'll have painted every scenario they've been through, how meticulous they are in planning.
Serena Wiegmann still has a 100% record in European Championships. 11 wins from 11 previously, all the way with the Netherlands.
I have to say, the whole team behind the team, not a single player has been unavailable because of injury at any point during the tournament, which is not something I've experienced either when I was playing or from my current role in the media. So they have managed their loading exceptionally well.
Well, they've had a few advantages, England. Longer breaks, more days off in between games, but they've harnessed them, they've made the most of it, they've capitalised.
And also that efficient and thoughtful running that Serena Wiegman's tried to implement. She said, calm down, you know, let's not play frantically 100 miles an hour. It's got to be far more efficient, especially over the course of a tournament.
The word is usually reserved for England's opponents today.
Just shows you how far women's football's come. The fact that there's nothing between these two. It just hasn't been the case for such a long period of time. Germany have always had far more, hundreds of thousands of girls and women playing football in their country, which has filtered through the pyramid. More girls to choose from at the top. But things are changing.
Brilliant play.
Oh.
Slipping away from challenges but can't complete the pass. Bright stepping in and then vacating the space, but the ball back to Vasmut. Intercepted by Bronze. Oh, Kelly. Audacious flick. And the other team was right onto it.
Lovely combination between those three. Chloe Kelly. Now 2-0 Leslie Russo.
A burst from Chloe Kelly.
Well done.
Win concedes the corner.
Who's saying they didn't do your ball? Is this? I have no idea. It's actually quite a good stream. I'm actually trying to get on with the game and trying to be on ball, but wait until something happens. We've got a corner. We're in extra time. Let's enjoy it.
Then recycling it, playing down the left and causing teams a problem on the counter. Can they make this count?
Come on, that's a ball.
Oh, Jill Scott was there. Bronze! Oh, she wanted that. Millie Bright took it off her. She was on the edge of the box. Recycled brilliantly by Greenwood. Kelly.
Wow.
With a heavy touch. Dahlman picks it up.
Come on, England.
Where's Lucy Bronze? She scored some big goals in big tournaments and come back from a serious knee injury to be in the form that she's been in this tournament.
Here's Ralph. Making up some good ground.
Oh, come on.
And Yomi threads it through. Jill Scott.
Good defending.
The right place to clear the danger for now. Oberdorf.
Oh, don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything.
Oberdorf goes down. Theatrically. England play up. Here's Russo.
Come on, keep playing. Keep going.
Support arriving in tune. And Russo maybe held onto it for a little too long. Didn't have too many options. Not really close enough to her.
Yeah, zero options. Hegering did really, really well to get back and
Just need to keep going. Just need to keep going for it. You need to keep playing well, and at the moment we're doing all right.
Russo's got to get up there with her. Or Russo's got a hold back to players. Hold the ball in front of her. Let the players come on to her, England. Support arrive. Buy a team some time.
Dangerous Sydney Lohman. Striding forward. And a really intelligent ball to find Hoot, who was crowded out. And the corner kick is a decision.
Good teamwork there. Leah Williamson recognising she got beyond Alex Greenwood, who made an excellent recovery run. Leah Williamson covering, making that initial block. This is where England need to switch on. Marriott, keep switched on.
Ralph to take the corner. Teasing delivery, and then get it away. And Yomi back into the danger area. And eventually,
well defended.
Here's Dahlman. Lovely footwork. But Bronze makes the challenge. And Yomi trying to keep up the pressure.
Just clear it.
And England do look tired. Like Zakira Walsh looking a little leggy, not as agile as they have been earlier on in games in the tournament. Trying to make sure they're diligent in the box, don't step in.
Walsh flicks it over the top and finds Russo. Brilliant play. Runners over to the far side. It's Kelly.
Come on.
Options in the middle. Heger in there again. Colossus at the back. Now England slightly light. Vasmit though can't find a teammate. Wants a foul and is told to get to her feet.
His referee's been much more better.
As well. Well, as you'd expect, extra time, the final. It is opening up, there's big gaps now, and it's the fresh legs. The Germany likes a Lohman. They just come on, it can cause problems for England.
Come on, England, come on.
Hendrick. And Gwyn. Foot in from Hemp. Takes the ball to the feet of Greenwood. Sends it forward. Hemp to... I'm sure that was the best pass towards Toon in that situation. Hendrick. Really good ball carrier from the centre-back position. And Yomi, oh, that's a good run. Russo can't keep hold of it. And free kick given to Germany.
But England have got to make it stick when they're defending so well at the back and they play the ball out. Chloe Kelly has to make it stick. Alessia Russo, seeing on here, stretching for the ball. Oberdorf, yeah, just does the better role of the two of them. Don't believe that is a yellow card.
Well,
But
I've seen a few that have been up for debate.
He certainly made the most of that, Oberdorf.
5 minutes of the first half of extra time to go. Germany trying to work an opening here. Hoot takes aim. Gwyn. Cross closed down by Lauren Hemp.
Still nothing really in the two teams.
They're checking for a penalty for a potential handball. Not sure where that was. And check is over. Play goes on. Hemp wins the ball well.
It's been uncomfortable, and the whole time there's not been, any of these power waves or surges from England. They felt really in command.
Oh!
Between Hemp and Vasmut. Hemp gets the decision.
Just late.
We just need to keep taking the pressure. We actually got to keep going.
6, 7, 8 years, under 17s, under 19s. These players will have come up against each other loads of times. They don't always like each other.
Here's Greenwood, Manchester City. Take on Leah Williamson's Arsenal in the WSL, the opening weekend of the season in September. Then tackle starting to fly, and Yomi brings the ball away. Bronze there. Fully 1-2. A crunching challenge from Bronze.
I thought you got the ball on that one. Nah, I thought you got the ball on that one.
Perhaps took the player as well.
It's really good feat from Kira Walsh initially to get the ball off. Lovely layoff from Jill Scott. And as Lucy goes for the ball, she gets the ball. Rolls over the top of the ball and does catch the player.
Heggering off, Dawson on. Interesting change. A little bit early to be making tactical substitutions for a potential penalty shootout. Heggering has been magnificent.
She has a couple of occasions on the last couple of challenges. She's limped off, maybe looking a little laboured. Overall, she's had a magnificent performance. I'm going to be glad to see her go off.
Potential to test the new centre-half for Germany. Sarah Dawson with Eintracht Frankfurt. Finished third in the league this season to qualify for the qualifying stages of the Champions League. Oh, mistake from Leah Williamson, but immediately rectifies it. Dawson completes her first clearance.
Yeah, England got to be tidy with the possession, just to save the legs.
Scott, lovely feet. Oh, Walsh turning into trouble. Bronze has a nibble. Not a bad foul to make in that position.
Come on, boys.
Indeed, we've seen how
Come
good
on.
Phasma with the impact that she's had in this second half right from the outset. She had a shot within the first few minutes of coming on at half time.
A tired free kick. Still very alert, Marcina Voss-Tecklenburg.
So much rivalry over the years. There's Gemma Davis, ex-England player. And I know that there are a lot of former Lionesses here in the crowd today. In contact with all 23 from the 2009 final, and majority of them are here today to witness this monumental event, this record-breaking event. Come what may, the whole Lioness family is very much proud of this current team.
So 1 minute of time added on as Dawson wins the header. It's scruffy. Oh, and Jill Scott, well, live afters Jill Scott.
Come on.
Sydney Lohman. And Scott was pulled up the initial foul, but then she was definitely tripped on her way through. And the referee wants a word.
Sure, she's quite got a handle on this game at any point through it. The referee can clearly see pulling a shirt. Goes down and purposely entangles Jill Scott's legs. He's clearly doesn't see the funny side of that.
Apologies to any lip readers. Not sure you need to be one to figure out what Jill Scott thought of that.
This is a culmination.
Full half-time and extra time. Oh, still 1-1.
And still, nothing separates these two teams. 15 minutes from, dare I say it, penalties at Wembley. Half-time, England won, Germany won.
It's not there at all, Alex Scott, was it?
It really wasn't, but I'm glad how we saw England end that how we did, because you've got two very tired teams out there, so you really need to let the ball do the work and keep it now.
Germany looking equally actually as tired in spite of their later substitutions.
Absolutely, so I think it's a lot about game management here now, and I think they use Alicia Russo much better here now as a target player. I would just wish, from an England perspective, that the central midfielders would be the supporting player when she's facing backwards instead of the central defenders in England.
I think that ideally what they want her to do now, I'd stay as far up as I can on their centre halves, get the ball in, just protect it as much as I can. If there's no one, get a foul or get something. You know, keep it further away from like our half of the pitch, so as we can then maybe get something from it. If it's a foul, we can put it in the box. Not Jill Scott on now, Millie Bright, but you can see now that people are starting to worry, okay, it's extra time. No one wants to make that mistake now. You kind of feel that now, you're feeling that.
And you feeling penalties, Alex?
I still think there's another chance. I think there's
My
another
emotions
chance.
in this game.
Yeah.
But what we saw as well, which is so frustrating from the Germans, they know when to disrupt play. And that's where I feel like England in the second half, knowing those dangerous areas,
Come on,
we
England.
deliver and sometimes disrupt their attack and disrupt their play.
We could though, Gav, if we can actually get on it and just pass it around, just to move them about a bit, you know, because at the moment it seems like we're passing and then we're giving it straight back to them. We need to keep it a bit more. We need Lauren Hemp to get on it. We need Chloe Kelly to get on it. You know what I mean? Of course, it's been very tough for Kira Walshaw for this game, to be honest.
We talk about having a winning mentality.
Yeah.
Then I think you can't be afraid of making mistakes. Of course, there's a lot of things on the line here, but enjoy the moment, be brave.
England need energy. They need energy from the 87,000 fans here. They need energy from Trafalgar Square. They need to find something, whether it's from the Duke of Cambridge. They need to find something in this next 15 minutes, or it is going to penalties. Robin Cowan.
Oh, shudder just ran down my spine. 15 minutes.
Where do you watch the actual game? That is on BBC One or iPlayer.
Battle, what a game, what an occasion.
In the semi-final in 2009, it went to extra time, and almost just before the end, I was getting ready for penalties. And I think it was Jill Scott who popped up and scored in the dying minutes of extra time. Oh, how England would love you, Jill, should you do the same.
Oh, if that happened, it would be like the greatest thing ever happened in English football.
England need a hero. Could be in extra time, it could be in the penalty shootout.
Oh, come on.
But England have got to be smart. Germany are going to be smart. They're going to try and buy fouls, gain themselves a bit of territory, and back themselves to carve out one last clear opportunity.
One final push. We need to find the energy from somewhere. Dahlman. Oh, loose pass. Here comes Russo.
Oh, bad touch. Bad touch.
It wasn't the right angle on the pass from Chloe Kelly.
Nice well one back though. Russo showing good strength. Good vision. Brilliant play from England. 3 stretching challenges. They've won. They keep possession.
And that's important. Let Germany do the running. Both teams are tired, but the more you can hold on to the ball, they're chasing.
Williamson still has the legs. It's an awkward one for Dawson. Greenwood gets her head to it, allowed to bounce. Picked up by 2, into Jill Scott. Sliding out those go-go gadget legs of hers. Strike at goal.
Oh!
Unorthodox from Frooms. Rachel?
The only thing I can think is from the distance, let's see, is there a lot of movement on the ball, and she was moving one way and...
So guys, keep like, subscribe, hit the notification post if you are new.
The dips just below. I'd have been more confident with my hands than I would have been my feet, certainly.
Dahlman. A body check from Jill Scott.
Yeah, they're buying everything in midfield there. Jill's just got to be a little bit cleverer with that. Just hesitate, don't dive in, because they're going to go down.
Guys,
read the point of contact.
Get
themselves a bit of breathing time.
Hit the thumbs up button to get to like, sub and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And in second half of extra time, 1-1.
Free kick. Possession straight back to England. There are tired legs out there, but 2 incredibly fit teams at the top of their game here.
Yeah, again, just to draw context, 2009, at best, we were semi-professional. England contracts had just started a few years before, allowed us to go part-time.
Brilliant play. Here goes Joe Scott. Brilliant. Showing all her experience and her quality. And foul swoop.
Yeah, and something was never dwindled with Jill is a willingness to run, to eat up the ground for her team.
Long distance runner in her youth. Kelly buys the
Come
corner
on.
and chews up the crowd.
Come on,
This is
England!
what Serena Beaver will be planned for, to carve out that one opportunity. They've tended to go deep when Beth Mead's been taking corners.
Keep going, just keep playing. We just got to keep going for it. Try the best we can.
Will we see something from the training ground here?
Well, both teams have been exceptional defensively from set piece situations. Really
Just got to keep going. Just got to keep going. That's all we can do.
Getting anywhere near the goal, but for that scramble for Germany earlier in the first half. Seems about a week ago that happened.
Yeah, that's a ball.
And it is deep.
Oh, yes! Go! Come on! England 2, Germany 1. It's unbelievable, Jeff!
Chloe Kelly!
Game!
Unreal thing! England lead in extra time!
I don't know if I'm seeing this.
The fairy tale picture might just produce the fairy tale result.
Come on, boy! Come on! England 2, Germany 1. Get in there. Miss Underdoors and everyone else.
Bradley Chastain, knee slide, sports bra, iconic moment. Could this be it?
Get in!
Chance carved it open, and he wasn't at first base, but how Chloe Kelly?
Oh my God! It's not the cleans of goals. It's not the world's best of goals, but you will take it.
Shoulders up a player. She's alive. Keeps her balance. Chloe Kelly missed it on the first one. The rebound.
Oh,
And poked it home.
poked it home. It was more. It was a poke. It was a more. It was a poke. I'll give it that. It's a poke. I'll take it. How much longer to go? How much longer next time? About 10 minutes, I think. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Last time England scored, Germany had 25 minutes. Then we have 10 to get back in it. But according to this, it's about 9 minutes. 9 minutes.
Strike back again.
Come on, England! Come on, England! Come on, England! Come on, England!
Danger for England. Quinn with the cross.
Good clearance.
Team clears upfield.
Come on, England!
Anyone of a nervous disposition should switch off right now.
If there was a nervous disposition, I've been nervous from the get-go because it's important for this country to actually win something for a change. So just thinking, oh, we can get semi-finals, we can get out of the group stage, we can make it to major tournaments, but we can never win anything. But yeah.
Chloe Kelly books for taking the shirt off. She waited, but she was desperate to do it.
I mean, this is where heroines are made.
Way! Sit down, champions!
It's becoming her
Sit
trademark.
down!
She wins a foul. Not a goal this time. Final throw of the dice for Germany. Lena Latbein. Coming on.
Just keep going, Mark. Just keep going. Hello, the 30 of you that are in the chat. It is England 2, Germany 1. We are getting close.
Try and score again.
It is.
More complex than that.
Look, cheek.
And it's Hendrick who's been handed that piece of paper.
We have got 100. We're into the 113th minute out of 120. So that shows how many minutes are left, folks. 13 minutes played out of 120 minutes of extra time.
You know Germany will not get desperate, they will keep their cool. Not a familiar position for them, but they still have the quality.
Get out, 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 out. Well done.
Side netting.
I'll take that today. Keep going.
113th minute. Recovery run from Lauren Hemp. That has kept.
And it just hits the side net and I just go, thank the Lord. Yeah, thank the Lord.
The track back that was.
Still time left
out,
for Germany to
out,
find another
out.
reply.
Well done. Well done.
Cheers as loud for that as almost as much as for Chloe Kelly's goal.
I'm going to say this now. The Queen. Give us the bank holiday. Because it like could be happening. Let the country celebrate. It's something we don't really have this like. We don't really have this moment. It comes. It's like once in a generation. Before the 96 is a once in a generation moment. Keep going.
Game management. And all that is needed now. England's so close.
Keep going. Keep
5
going.
minutes away.
Comes on, she knows that is one of her jobs, and on occasion she did make
to
it.
just basically do a tapping. A tapping. There you go. Anything. I would have taken. I'll take anything. I would have even taken a goal of a backside, a goal of a knee, a goal of the head. Even a.
Foul one. Exactly what was required. All the pundits in the previews were eulogising about England's depth, fitting that the two substitutes have made the biggest mark on this game.
That's what it does. Serena Beeman knows what she's doing. She's with the same team for the 6 games. She brings the subs on, and what do they do? I mean, they make a difference, because that's what subs do.
Now just shielding the ball, protecting it.
Kelly comes away with it.
Oh.
Not quite sure what to do with it. Does she go for goal?
You want to go to the. You want to go to the corner flag. Let me tell you when it's about 5 minutes to go.
Throw in for Germany.
But England, 4 minutes away. Including, I want to say a bit of stoppage time, but that's all I want to say. Go on, Russo! Oh!
Turned over the top by Brooms.
Thought that would have been it. 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 That would have been the moment. That would have been the moment.
She's come on for a bit of energy and pace at the back, and as she swipes across it, you can see it's not the truest of strikes from Lester Russo.
Just keep going. Just keep going.
But a few more seconds have ticked by.
Aye.
On the verge of history.
Oh.
This England team will be the ones whose names are remembered, but imperative to remember those who came before, the ones who struggled, the ones who had to pay to play, who sacrificed their time, their money, and at times their dignity, all because they wanted to play football. And as Jill Scott put it, this is for them. If they get their hands on that trophy, it is their hands on it as well.
She said that in messages that we've had between each other. It's for those girls.
And it's also, it's for the whole country. It's for anyone who wants to get in and play football. It's for the whole country basically. You brought a nation together like the men did, but the men just unfortunately come against better players in the Italian squad that managed to do what they need to do.
Carol Thomas, the first ever captain in 1984. Jill Coulthard, my first ever captain I played under. And for so many lionesses whose names won't be sung around Wembley, but are never ever forgotten as to why they are here today.
This is a masterpiece from England. They just need to
keep going.
At bay. And they've won another throw.
Goals.
2 minutes
England,
to go.
come on, girls. You can win this for us. Yeah, we will. Yeah, they can. because they've got the mentality. They've got one of the best managers in the women's game in Serena Williams. She's done it with Holland 5 years previously in the last tournament. She looks like she's on the verge of doing it for England.
From history, like Kelly Simmons and Rich Pavlo never stopped fighting to fight. Hope Powell, first full-time England manager, and put so much of the infrastructure into place.
Nearly there, folks. Nearly there. Wow.
What a privilege it is to be inside this stadium. One last change for England. Nikita Paris coming on. Lauren Hemp, the second youngest player in the squad, who has run defences ragged. Also doing her job as a substitute, coming off and walking as slowly as possible.
I love that routine. Alfie, I'm going to waste a bit more time by walking over slowly as I can. Nearly there, folks, nearly there.
Kelly, again heading for that corner flag. Germany haven't had a sniff since the goal.
Come on, England.
England have played a blinder. Since carving out, we said that one chance is it's what a team need. And they executed it, they got the second phase. And these smiles on the faces are how England have played every single game. Even when times have been tough.
Come on.
They played with freedom and flair.
2 minutes of added on time at the end of the end of extra time. 2 minutes.
Because they love it.
Calmness personified, no nerves from the England bench.
How is that not a foul?
2 minutes.
How is that not a foul?
Of time added on. Bronze goes down. I think the assistant referee waved for a free kick.
My first ever football match I came to watch was here at Wembley, watching men 30 years ago, more than 30 years ago as an 8-year-old. And that was my spark for wanting to play football. And the doors it's open, the
60 seconds to go, folks.
How many young girls and boys here today will today be a day they'll never forget. A moment where they're inspired to do something positive. All of these role models out here today for everyone, in every generation. It's been inspirational, the whole tournament. And what a way to finish.
Nearly there, folks. Nearly there.
Bright sends it forward. Like a foul. Lena Oberdorf not happy. The word in the ear of Russo. Less than 30 seconds to go.
Nearly there.
England need to stand firm. They've run the clock down. They've played this perfectly.
Come on,
this
England.
isn't over yet. Final throw of the dice for Germany. Froome sends it forward. Jill Scott is there first. Then Ella Toon. It's all over!
England, we finally won something. We give us a bank holiday. Let's all fucking go out and have a party! It has finally happened. It's finally happened. Since 1966, we've actually won something. We've actually won something. We've actually won something. I just can't believe it. I just can't believe it. The one time the song by the Lightning team and Frank Skinner can finally come to fruition. It's coming home. It has. It has. It's coming home.
Unbelievable. I'm tearful with joy with all of the years that
Back in a second, folks.
on the pitch have been rallying their teams and promoting the sport on and off the pitch, having a professional single persona when you weren't getting paid, but everything that people have put in this era, previous eras, today has made everything worthwhile. Well done, England. The world is proud of you.
They've had to fight, they've had to dig deep, but they've done it against Germany at Wembley Stadium. Perfection. After extra time, full time, England 2, Germany 1.
And doesn't that sound good? Alex Scott, full of emotion. Can't quite believe what she's seen. Eve Wright looking out and seeing 87,000 people. A football crazy nation, starved of silverware.
Finally, you know, I knew it this team. You look at this team and everything what they've gone through, everything what the women's football is going through. I can't even tell you, try to put into words, the amount of work that's gone into this, the amount of suffering, and now they're getting exactly what they deserve. And I can't believe it. I'm here. I'm so proud of it. I can't believe it. I'm still a bit shocked by it. You know,
The story,
amazing.
Jonas Eidevall, England's story through this tournament has been the story of the super subs. And yet again today, there were the two on the score sheet, and Chloe Kelly, her story is incredible. She had an ACL injury last year. She only came back this spring towards the end of the season, and she has scored the winning goal in a European Championship final.
It just showed it was a team. They were so clear on the roles. They've been in so many different situations. They've been leading games. They've been coming back from games. They've been playing teams where they have more possession or less possession. And you could just see the energy that Chloe Kelly was bringing today when she came on the field. She was encouraging the crowd every time they got the corner to get the crowd behind them.
Leah Williamson, the captain, who has been magnificent throughout this tournament and breaks down in tears and has a hug with Beth Mead, two of your players there, two Arsenal players, and Beth Mead will be the Golden Boot winner of this tournament as well. Chloe Kelly from Ealing, she used to get the 92 bus from Ealing to Wembley, buy a programme and go home. She lives just down the road, the girl from Ealing, who has scored one of the, if not the, most historic goals in England women's football history. How proud are you, Jonas, of your women? Beth there, a Golden Boot winner.
Of course, I mean, Beth has been incredible during this Euros. And Leah Williamson, she basically don't put a foot wrong during the whole tournament. She's so young. This was the first time she was starting games for England in a major tournament. At home ground, coming in as a captain, I think she's been a phenomenal leader.
As
for this
has
English team.
Lily Bright there as well. Let's hear then from the goal scorer, the winning goal scored by Chloe Kelly, who is with Joe Curry.
Chloe, England at European Championships. What have you just done?
Oh my God! Look at them! It's amazing, honestly. Thank you, every single person that got out to support us. This is unreal. Sweet Caroline.
Well, hopefully Chloe Kelly gave the microphone back there. We'll need that for some other players, but I don't blame her for going to celebrate with her teammates there. Look at these scenes. Alex, can you sum up the words right now?
This is a dream, Gabby. An absolute dream for every young girl that dreams of playing football. Wow. This is incredible, Gabby. I can't.
Whew. I have no cue in my ears.
Okay, let's go back to Chloe Kelly. Joe Curry's got her back.
Chloe,
We go again.
we go again. Try and put into words what this means.
Honestly, it's amazing. Thank you, everyone that came out to support us. This is what dreams are made of. As a young girl watching women's football, now this, wow, it's unbelievable.
You came
special group of staff. This is amazing.
Just quickly, who have you got in the crowd here today?
All my family, my mum, all my brothers, my sister, all my nephews, everyone. Honestly, this is amazing. I just want to celebrate now.
Go and celebrate. Congratulations.
Thank you.
England have beaten Germany in a European Championship final at Wembley. It is the stuff that Hollywood scripts are made of, Ian Wright. I mean, Germany have never lost a final. 8 finals, they've never lost a final. They are the dominant team in women's football. If you're going to win it, beat Germany.
Well, they're an unbelievable nation. You know, the fact that they weren't playing too well years leading into this tournament, and then they get it together for the tournament, play well. Unfortunately, lose their top player in the warm-up. But at the same time, you're talking about 2009 when we got hammered. We're in a different place.
We are in a very different place, and there you saw Serena Biedman, who has never lost a game in European Championship football. She's just won back-to-back trophies. She won it with the Netherlands in 2017, and today she will lift the trophy with England. And a perfect storm, a perfect confluence, the right appointments. She had to wait a little while she took the Netherlands to the Olympics last year. England only got her 10 months ago, but what a 10 months it has been. And she is with Joe Curry.
Serena, you finally did it. You brought football home. How do you begin to sum this up?
Well, we won the cup. And you mentioned we won the cup. It's just unbelievable. I don't even remember what you asked me, but I just know what's going on. It's incredible.
What makes this team so unbeatable, so resilient?
Do you have half an hour? Now, if you really want to win, really want to become better every single day, that's what I have noticed the whole year. It's just incredible. They want to do it together. We agreed on a couple of things about behavior. It weren't just words. We lived it. And this is the result. And it was again so tight. Because Germany, it was like a little bit of fighting game. Who cares? We won 2-1. And we're European champions.
I think who cares? We won 2-1 is probably the right line. But what did you say to them heading into that period of extra time? Because there were some tired legs out on that field.
Yeah. Well, then we needed them 5 more minutes. That they already broke through barriers against Spain. And we had to do it again. It's only 15 minutes. We had to do it again. Just not very much.
You've won back-to-back home European Championship.
Yeah.
What is your secret?
I don't have any secrets. I'm really open. I don't think I realize what's going on. I need some time.
Well, look, you've got a trophy to go and lift. Congratulations.
Oh my God. And it's pretty heavy, I know. It's heavy.
You would know.
I'm gonna take some nice pictures. Thank you.
Enjoy.
We've got more than pictures, Serena. We have got lots of footage that we can send you later. You're going to want to keep all of this. And look at that. The look of love, respect, and that dynamic that she's managed to engender with her team. They trust her implicitly. And well they might, because her use of substitutes has just been exemplary. I've got a feeling that on Uefa coaches courses in the future, there'll be a chapter called Serena Biedman and the substitutes.
I think, Gabby, you said it right there. Team. Every single player has played its part.
I am now back, folks. I thought I'll stay on a little bit longer so we can all drink it in.
Look, the way teams play as a whole determines its success.
England are European champions. The first trophy England have won since 1966. I am going to say this now. Like, subscribe. England 2, Germany 1 in extra time. We are European champions. But we have finally won a trophy. England have won a trophy for the first time since 1966. These girls should have been knighthooded. She should be remembered forever and a day. And the Queen, give this country the bank holiday. You said you're going to give us when if the men won it. Give it to now the women have won it. Queen, come on. Be within your heart and soul. Let people have a day off to celebrate a moment that we may never have again in our lifetimes. This may never happen again. Like, subscribe to the notification bell. I'll see you guys on Saturday for Chelsea versus Everton in the first game of the Premier League in the Saturday night kickoff.